Hey everyone, I'm just sitting here in my hotel room in Inuashiro in Japan. We're at the 2009 World Championships at the end of the World Cup season. I just wanted to give an update on how the event went. I posted maybe 3 days ago some training jumps from earlier this week. And anyways, yeah, I had great training this week. The site was a bit challenging. The knoll, the area we had to clear to get to the safe landing area was pretty long, and it was really challenging. We had to go really, really big here to make it to the safe landing pad. A lot of people hit the knoll. The knoll is the kind of cusp, the dangerous area. So that was tough. But anyways, I was able to get over that and had great training. I felt very confident going into semifinals. Just a little background for the way World Championships works. It's similar to the Olympics. We have 2 days of competition. The first day is semifinals. Everyone gets two jumps, and then only the top 12 men and women go on to the day two, which is the finals. So, anyways, yesterday was semifinals. Like I said, I was feeling good. I had a great last training day. And then I trained okay in the lead up on semis. I had a bit of a tough time finding my speed when I got up to my harder trick, full double full full, which is a quadruple twisting triple flip. That's the trick I was going to compete first, and I came in a little bit short on my training jumps, so I was a little bit worried about speed. But we have a coach that sits up top with the athletes. It's Jane Akbar. He's actually an ex-teammate of mine, and he watches the wind sock and takes notes of where all the athletes are starting and how the wind's affecting them. And with his help, I was able to get my speed right. I wasn't really trusting my speed, so I just leaned on him a little bit, and I had faith that he was going to put me in a good spot, and he did. So I had a great jump going in the air. Maybe not great. I had definitely a good jump going. I was looking to score maybe about 120 on the full double full full. Just sort of a conservative one, but good, more than good enough to get me in finals. And I definitely had that going. And then as I touched down, I sort of got thrown back, and I touched a hand, and then slid onto my back, and then slid out. So when you do that, you lose a tremendous amount of points. I ended up scoring, I believe, somewhere between 80 and 85 points. So not good at all. It was very disappointing. So right at that moment, I knew essentially I was out for finals. But there's always a little bit of you that says, you know, get your act together, because you have one more jump to try to squeak it into finals. You don't know how everyone else is going to jump. Maybe everyone else is going to crash too. And as it turned out, the rest of the field was jumping horribly. So many people were crashing, and it was looking like the bar to get into finals was going to be really low, which was surprising because it was pretty good conditions. But people kept crashing, so it started to look like if I had a near perfect second jump, maybe I could crawl my way into finals. So my second jump was full full full, which is a triple twisting triple flip. I needed to do it near perfect to have a fighting chance. Perfect score is 121. I ended up scoring 117 or 116 and change. And so, I mean, even with that, I didn't think it was going to be enough. As it turned out, it wasn't. The bar was set for the 12th. The guy who just qualified on the line was Jarrett Peterson from the USA with 206 points. Normally, it would probably be about 220 points. That would be the bar. So it was pretty low. But regardless, my second jump wasn't enough to make up the ground I had lost on the crash on my first jump. So the team went into finals today. We qualified all of the men except for me. I was the only Canadian man not to qualify. So that was very disheartening, very disappointing, and kind of embarrassed about it. Actually, it sucks. On the women's side, only Amber Peterson had qualified. Deidre Dion and Sabrina Guerin had missed, and Veronica Bauer was a non-start. She's been having some concussion issues from a rough crash from before. So, anyways, I won't go too much into details about the event, other than to say it was a huck fest. Two men did quints, quint twisting triple backflips, which is crazy. Neither of them hit the podium because both of their first jumps were crashes. They were throwing down the quints to try to make up ground. It was impressive to watch, but for both of them, it didn't work. The two guys were Andre Iso from Swiss, and Anton Kushner from Belarusia. My teammate Warren Scholdice, his first jump was huge. He stretched for his life and just barely landed. He ended up scoring only 110 points, so he had a lot of ground to make up to hit the podium. And then he ended up hucking as well. He threw down a lay triple full full. He's the only competitor in the world to do that trick. It's an amazingly difficult trick, and he did it very well and made up a lot of ground, scored 240, which in the end was good enough for third place. And then there was an all-out battle for first place between Ryan St. Ange and Steve Omichel. Both did amazing jumps. Ryan St. Ange ended up edging him out by 2 points, I believe. It's arguable whether or not he should have won. My first instinct was that they got it right, that St. Ange should have won. A lot of people thought that Steve should have won. So I'm curious to watch the jumps, the replays, and then study the scores, see what the judges gave. But anyways, Ryan St. Ange is the new world champion. Steve Omichel was second, and Warren Schuldeis was third. So we put 2 Canadians on the podium. My other teammate Kyle Nissen missed his second jump, so that was disappointing for him as well. So anyways, that wraps up the season. The World Cup season is over. World Championships is over. I ended up at the end of the year being ranked 7th in the world. My overall ranking is 7th. Not bad considering the poor season I had. I was hoping for a 5th, but more than that, I really didn't care about world ranking this year because world ranking doesn't affect our qualification for the Olympics. All I really cared about was hitting the podium, and I didn't hit the podium all year. This is the first year I've been on World Cup other than my rookie year where I didn't hit the podium, so I mean, I can't tell you how disappointed I am about that. I thought I've been jumping well enough to hit the podium at least 2, maybe 3 times this year, and I just haven't been able to convert. So bad luck on landings, or maybe there's I'll have to evaluate with my coaches stuff I need to work on. But definitely, I know 2 of the events earlier on in the season for my second trick. I was pushing a little bit more and trying to compete lateable full full as opposed to my stock full 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 that I've podiumed with so many times. But I'm trying to prepare that trick for the Olympics, and it has a higher DD and it has a higher potential score, so I'm working towards that. In the end, working towards a more difficult trick, I think, I still think it was the right choice. I need to do that, but it's not as consistent. And earlier on in the year on 2 of the World Cups, I missed my second jump, and both times it was the lateable full full. So I need some more work to do on that this summer and next winter. So overall, I'm disappointed with how the season went. Like I said, no podiums. Didn't make finals at World Championships. I was really looking forward to getting a podium here and getting my only podium of the year at World Championships would have been a great boost for the end of the season, and I didn't get that. So anyways, the season is essentially over now. We do still have one more training camp and national championships, but I have about maybe 2 weeks off before then, so I have a bit of a break. I'm actually going to go to Thailand. I'm in Japan, and I looked into Aeroplan points, and it's 30,000 Aeroplan points to fly business class to Thailand, and I have a lot of Aeroplan points, as you can imagine. So it was super cheap for me to go. I'm already here. So I'm going to go take a bit of vacation and just lay on the beach and read and de-stress and give my body a break. Right now I'm taking 9 Advil a day and 3 Tylenol before jumping. And I mean, I'm sure most of the guys on my team are too. We're pretty beat up, and I'm exhausted mentally, physically. So this will be a good break. And then after that, I do get to go home to Grand Prairie it's only 3 days, but I'm really looking forward to that. And then we have we have a 1 week long, we call it the Home Field Advantage Camp at Cypress Mountain. That's going to be a week-long camp where the Canadian team gets to spend some extra time on the Olympic venue at Cypress, which is great. Gives us a bit of an advantage going into the Olympic year. And then following that is the week of nationals, which is also at Cypress Mountain. So all told, we have 2 weeks of jumping on the Olympic venue that other teams won't get. So it's definitely an advantage, hence the Home Field Advantage Camp. So I'm probably this will probably be my last post for a while. I'll be packing up. I have to catch a bus to Tokyo here in a couple hours, so hopefully I can even get this online. I'll try to post some results for the event and maybe some video if I can get it quick enough, but probably not. So this will probably be my last post until nationals. Until then, if you've been following on the website, thank you. Feel free to leave some comments. I haven't had too many people comment. I have had 65,000 views since I've been tracking, so that's cool. I don't know who's watching, but some people are coming to my website and watching the videos that I've been posting, so that's cool. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. And like I said, disappointing year so far. Lots more work to do for looking forward to qualify for the 2010 Olympics and to put myself in position to podium for to bring home a medal for Canada in February. So I will leave it at that. Thanks.